And we're live. All right, welcome, ladies, tonight to the Dream Dynasty team call. And I'm super excited to have all of you on this tonight. We're going to go over a few little announcements, and we're going to talk about a little bit about Coach Summit, a little bit about Super Saturday. Danielle, I'm super excited that you're on this call tonight because maybe I'll let you just give a little tidbit about your personal development group that you just announced today. I mean, if you're on, you may as well speak about it. So, and then, yeah, we're going to actually do a little bit of mindset stuff today. So, which is a little different, right? Because usually it's skill building and tip sharing and all that sort of stuff. But I thought I would just take a little bit of a different avenue tonight and shoot for some mindset stuff. So it's not going to be a super long call. But I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get started here. So announcements. Coach Summit is, and we have a ton of people going to Coach Summit this year, which is super exciting. So we're staying at, our room is booked. We have a suite booked, and there is one other spot available. So if anybody knows anybody or any other coaches that's looking for a place to sleep for Coach Summit, then please feel free to, message me or get them in on our room, because there's one other spot available. So we can talk about getting them. Okay, yeah, appreciate it. We can talk about hooking them up with a place to sleep. So, Team on Fire call. So the Wednesday night when Team on Fire call, Team on Fire party on the Wednesday night when we arrive in Nashville. We're going down on the Wednesday. Team on Fire is actually having an exclusive party, and it starts, I think, at 7 p.m. on the Wednesday night. Tickets are roughly $30, I think. Chris and myself are going to it. Danielle, are you and Mick going to it as well? Yes. Okay. Awesome. Perfect. So head over to the Team on Fire page. If you're not in there yet, I'll share the link tonight, and feel free to add yourself in there. It's just another. It's Danielle's upline, essentially, kind of like our mother team. So great for like information, training, all that sort of stuff, just to kind of, just another resource to tap into. But in there, pinned to the top of the page, is the Team on Fire party invite and the link in order to purchase a ticket to it. I have a ticket yet, but I haven't bought Chris's yet, so I should actually do that, or else he's going to be flying solo in Nashville on the Wednesday night. Share Team on Fire training. Okay. I'll do that tonight. Okay, and so basically what you can expect, I know, Alex, this is your first time coming to Summit, and Rhonda. So what you can expect is basically the Thursday you get to register and all that sort of fun stuff. I know we have a workout on the Wednesday or the Thursday at 2 o'clock with Sagi. Make sure you download the Coach mobile app. If you haven't done so, I highly suggest doing that because it's going to outline your entire itinerary. So basically, I know for myself, I think all of us are pretty much registered for Silver Track D for both days. So we actually go to the training workshops in the morning, and then we have a break for lunch, which there are food trucks, like crazy high-calorie food trucks that they park they shut the street down and they park them all right there. It smells amazing. But anyways, there's places to buy lunch, all that sort of stuff. We do buy some food while we're there. And yeah, so basically we have a break in between, and then 2 o'clock we go over to general session, which one of the speakers this year is Gary Vaynerchuk, which I am so excited about. Like, I'll be listening to him in the morning, and I have to stop it because Jack can't hear all the F-bombs that he drops. Not appropriate. Chris actually had to address me on it because he's like, you can't listen to this while you're making my lunch, because Jax is sitting right there on the couch, and it's awesome. You need to go over to Gary Vaynerchuk's page because he posts some crazy stuff, but it's like, it's reality. It's a good dose of reality. So basically, that's what's going to happen for the 2 days. The opening ceremonies, the closing ceremonies is like something that you will never experience anywhere else. I remember sitting there last year, closing ceremonies, bawling my eyes out. I cried. I had the biggest aha moment of my entire life, and I would almost say that was I don't want to call it an aha moment for the business, but that was I want to say personal development wise, inside of me. That was the moment that I realized that I was a real I am a real person. I am just as equal as anybody else on the face of this earth, no matter who they are. They could be, I don't know, some huge celebrity, like anybody, but we are all equal. We are all born, and we all begin with taking our first breath. So I had a huge aha moment sitting there, and I'll never forget it. Sweating, dripping, sweating. But it's something you just won't experience anywhere else. So I won't hold up everyone else talking about Coach Summit, but make sure it's on your dream board to get to next year, because it is something that just, I can't even describe it. You'll see in the pictures. We'll be sharing it all with you. It's super exciting. Anyways, coming back from Coach Summit, right when we get back is Super Saturday. There's one in Toronto that I'll be going to. Basically, you can go into the back office and you can locate where the closest Super Saturday is to you. Highly recommend getting to these events. These events are not only things to help you grow as a person, but they're things to use to promote your business, showing that you're at these live events, that there's live workouts, that these people are real, that you are basically embracing this whole community and being supported and motivated yourself. So getting to these events can be life-changing, not only for you, for your business as well. So I know for myself, when I first signed up as a coach, going to events was kind of a non-negotiable for me. Like, I was like, all right, so there's these Super Saturdays. Okay, Chris, so quarterly, I need to be in Toronto. And he's never fought me on it, which is kind of funny. And he's actually gotten to the point that when we get back from Coach Summit, I actually am supposed to go on a stagette that weekend. And I'm like, okay, so I could go to Toronto for the Diamond Dinner on the Friday night, wake up, go to Super Saturday, then go to Collingwood for the stagette, sleep over, and I'll come home Sunday. And Chris is like, all right, do what you got to do. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, we're just getting back from Nashville and I'm going to go away for a weekend again? He's like, yeah, you got to do what you got to do. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to take that. That doesn't happen often. But anyway, Super Saturday, August 6th, mark it down on your calendars. And Danielle, if you just want to jump in and just give a little short, brief description of what you advertised in Team Inspire today.
Sure, awesome. First of all, thanks for having me, inviting me to your call. I got the group invite. I was like, yay! And it worked out. Everything works out for a reason, guys. I was supposed to have a meeting right now that got canceled, unfortunately. She had the flu, but everything happens for a reason, because I was like, awesome, I'm going to hop on right away. So you guys saw on Team Inspire today, I did a video about the personal development boot camp that we have coming up. And I wanted to share with you guys who Keith I keep on calling him Keith Cochner, and that's not his name. It's not Cochner. It's Cochner, I don't know. Anyway, Cochner. Anyways, he's awesome. And like I say in the video, I've seen lots of people talk, and everybody relates to different people. Like I spent 4 days like in a close personal room with Shailene watching her talk. And she's my guru she's who got me motivated for fitness. Do you know what I mean? Because I started with Turbo Fire in 2007, and that's my soulmate workout. But like this guy simplified everything and talked about business strategies that, like, we think it's like, okay, well, how to do this, how to do that, how to do the technical stuff. And he kind of really goes to the foundation of it all and teaches us how to build an amazing foundation so that we can build a skyscraper on top of it. Okay. And it's really talking about our core, like we're going to get into core beliefs and stuff. And at first I was like, geez, I thought I was coming to learn more about social media or whatever. And I feel like I'm in therapy. I was like, it was awesome because I couldn't control, like at some points I was writing things in my book and my word bubble was coming out of my head and I was talking out loud, and I'd look up and he said, he was like, I was like, oh, I'm very sorry. My word bubble just came out. He goes, no, that's because you're pushing things. You're pushing things out. You're moving things within your system. And I mean, you guys will know more what I'm talking about when you're in there, but it was a game changer for me. Of all the different types of personal development, and you need to know how I didn't know personal development. And since I've been a Beachbody coach, it's been like life-changing for me, more than the workouts in Shakeology. So this was huge. Okay. So I am going to give you guys basically the video recordings or the audio on MP3 to be temporary access to, because it's like kind of copyrighted, and in this private group for those who are interested in hooking into this group for 7 days. Okay, so you've got like the very first video is 55 minutes long. The last video is 7. Okay, most of them are 35. Do you know what I mean? So I say be committed to an hour a day. It's probably going to be less, but I'm not going to do this for people who are going to commit for 2 days and then, do you know what I mean? Because it's not going to work. Like, you can't dip your toe into the pool and say that you went for a swim. Do you know what I mean? So this is the whole entire thing. So I'm taking applications right now, and you'll see there's a WUFU form to fill out. And as I was getting on this call, I just got an email from Keith himself and an email from Tanya, his coordinator. She wants to set up a training in Ontario for spring of 2017, which I'm going to coordinate with her. She said she's been trying to call me hello, I don't answer my phone. I'm like, I don't answer my phone. Imagine if my ringer was on. I get like 16,000 notifications an hour on my phone. I'm like, I'm sorry, Tanya. I'm like, I never answer my phone. I'm glad you emailed me. She's like, I've been trying to reach you for a few days by telephone. My own mother can't reach me by telephone. So that's really exciting. So I'm really glad that I can kind of set this base with you guys, and that there's more to come with Keith Kochner in the future coming up. So please get it starts on Friday, okay, Friday to Friday. Please get your WUFU forms in because I would love for you guys to be a part of it. I think it's going to be a game changer for you guys like it is for me. Even my husband agreed to do it. So, that's why I said to him today, did you listen to your trainings? He's like, I did. I listened to number 2 today. I was like, good. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just ask.
Awesome. Thanks, Danielle. Sorry, guys, if it gets a little loud in here for a split second, but Chris and Jax just got home, and my basement stinks right now, so I refuse to sit down here. So I'm in the kitchen. But anyways, okay, so that's awesome. I've already registered for it, Danielle. I'm super excited about that. And special shout out to Shauna tonight. We already chatted about her with Success Starters month 1, and we had Sarah Sexton, who also earned Success Starters month 1. Super exciting. And shout out to Alex, who earned month 3 of her Success Starters. So she's outbeat us all. She's already on the list for Nashville 2017. She earned a free ticket. So Alex, you're my friend. Can you take me? No, I'm kidding. But it's super exciting. That's a huge, huge achievement. So I'm going to give you ladies some shout outs tomorrow on Facebook. All right, so tonight we're going to talk a little bit about mindset, okay? Because this is something that has grown for me personally immensely. And I didn't start leading calls like this. I did not. You can ask Danielle herself. I was like, I have to lead a team, eh? She's like, yep, you've got people signing up under you, so at some point you need to kind of take a step forward. And I was like, all right, like I need to make a team name and stuff. And she's like, yeah. And so it was a slow process for me in the beginning, but I'm an introvert, guys. I am. You might not believe that because I'm comfortable with all of you, and I love all of you ladies, but I just am myself. But wholeheartedly, I am actually an introvert. And so stepping out into the forefront was hard for me, and I struggled with a lot of mindset things, and I struggled a lot. And Danielle has been at the forefront, and I can defend. She doesn't answer her phone because I have called her twice in my 2 years of coaching, and neither time did she answer her phone. But she did get on the phone with me eventually. But anyway, so I wanted to talk to you guys tonight about mindset, because mindset is something that we use that word all the time. But does it actually mean anything to you? Does it actually mean anything to me? Mindset is something that we talk about, and we are quick to say, well, you have to change your mindset. But what does that mean? And it literally requires you to cognitively take control of your thoughts. And that's the hard part. So when you're working on switching your mindset, it's essentially like a whole task in itself. My cat is on the table. There we go. it's a whole mindset in itself. So what I want all of you ladies to do, and we're going to do this on the call right now together, is I want you guys to list I'm going to be easy on you, 3 baggage things. 3 things that hold you, 3 things in life that I want to say hold you back. 3 things that you don't think that you can achieve. Or 3 things that, scenarios that have happened to you in your life that are weighing on your shoulders. I'm going to give you all a minute to write them down. Okay, I'll be nice. We'll give you like 3 minutes. I'm going to do this too, guys. Yeah. Thank you, Danielle, for sharing that. She held her list up to the camera.
I'm secretly introverted too. And so I let sometimes, I guess secretly introverted or I have social anxiety, and people don't believe that. But instead, sometimes, like especially in crowds, like I get super anxious, very anxious. Like I want to throw up. And sometimes I let that stop me, even though I know that I'm not. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know why I get it's self-consciousness, right? You get self-conscious. And procrastination is a huge one for me too. And I can justify the heck out of anything. Like, oh, that's good enough. That'll do. Or I did enough. Or, justifying the bare minimum. That's something I had to get over really big. Yeah. And just caring what others think. That's like what I put a quote up on my fitness page the other day, and I got it from Melanie Mitro because, like she said, I used to care about what other people thought of me until I tried to pay my bills with their opinions. And I was like, amen, sister. Amen.
Absolutely. I love that. Paying your bills with others' opinions, because others' opinions will literally eat you alive. It will. So that's actually my list too. So if everybody wrote their list, just kind of hold it up. We don't have to read it, but just show us if you kind of got something on there. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so for me, it's fear of rejection. I would almost want to say fear in general. I have a couple past scenarios that have kind of weighed on my shoulders a little bit, and the opinions of others, what others think, my close friends, my family, all that sort of stuff. And so what I want you guys to do is actually want you to rip it up. I'm going to rip up our list. You're going to scratch that out, Christina. Shauna, you're going to hit the delete button. Okay, because this is our baggage, guys. This is our baggage, right? And these are the things that will hold us back from living our best lives. And it sounds selfish. It 100% sounds selfish. But when you start to focus on your life and you alone, that's when the magic happens. But what happens is we become so consumed with all of this that our mind starts spinning and we can't focus. We lose control and we don't know how to regain control because we have 50 million things we have to do. But then this person said this, and but I want to post this, but I want to do this, and I can't because this person's probably going to think this of me. And I've struggled with this up until 2 weeks ago. And I finally just blessed and released. Bless and release. If people aren't going to join me on my journey, then I bless you and I release you, because this has been the best year and a half of my entire life. And I will not get emotional on this call, but it is true. It's been the best year and a half of my life. And there's some big things happening for this team. So I don't want to get too emotional. I'll end up crying with all of you guys on here. But anyways, what I wanted to do is I just wanted you guys to write down your fears and tear it up, because don't let that hold you back. It's kind of like when you go to, Miguel Carrasco was talking today on an elite call that I was on, and he was saying, you know, kind of like when you go to the airport and you show up and you're like, all right, I'm going to Europe today. This is fantastic. And you've got 37 bags of luggage. Like, they won't let you on. They're not going to let you load up and fly on the airplane with 37 bags of luggage. Like, you have to pick two. Same with liquids. If you show up and you got bags full of liquids, they're like, sorry, honey, you're not getting on this plane, right? So it's kind of like that with coaching, right? Is you have to have that mindset of, okay, well, I'm going to pick two things that I'm going to, you know, two pieces of baggage that I can bring with me, and that's me. That's my story. Everything else is out the door. And I loved that, because I was like, you know what? That's so true. We have so much baggage and we carry it around and we let it eat us alive. And before we know it, it's affecting us in more areas than not. So personal development is huge. So when we talk about shifting our mindset, we literally have to cognitively think of it. So I was actually talking to another coach on our team tonight, Sandra Kelly, and she's dealing with a bit of a situation. And I'm going to be making a post about that later. But anyways, I was talking to her about, you know, cognitively making that decision to kind of like the bless and release, right? So you have to sit down, and Danielle made a perfect video about being purposeful with your personal development and listening to it and absorbing it, because when you start to do that, you literally will start to react differently. It's kind of like if I were to get you guys to all close your eyes. I can see you guys close your eyes. And picture a blue car. You're driving down the highway. You see this beautiful blue car that you've always wanted. You've always wanted it, right? And then all of a sudden you start to see it pop up everywhere. It's kind of like when you get that new blue car. Everywhere you see that blue car. Now if you open your eyes, I bet you'll still envision this blue car. And I bet you if you go anywhere tonight, you will see blue cars, right? And so it's one of those things that, like, literally you start to engrave it into your mindset, and you will start to see it, and you will start to believe it. And that is the power of shifting your mindset. And so when you think about it, one of the best things that Gary Vaynerchuk has said that I've listened to is, when you think about it, if you do the math, and I'm not going to swear and drop F-bombs like he does, but I would love to, but there's probably kids in the background. When you think about it, and you think about the math of actually becoming a human being, of actually making it as a human being, Danielle, you've probably listened to this one, right? It is like we've hit the lottery here. He calls it the lottery, right? Because just think, your dad could have drank one more beer and passed out, and you wouldn't be here, right? Like, it's like you could wake up today, you could have like become a chameleon or a dog, or you know what I mean? So the fact that we are living this life, and that we are here, and that we live in Canada, or we live in the US, like, that is gold. And he even stretches it even more to say that if you're a white male who lives in Canada and US and you're a human being, like, you struck the jackpot beyond no other. And I'm like, I died when I was listening to that. I was like, he's so right though, right? Like, it is 1 in a million, gazillion, trillion chance that you actually you actually swam the tube, like, you actually made it. So we are all born engraved the exact same. We take literally the exact same breaths when we come out, right? And the funny thing is when we grow up and we are children and we have these dreams, and you ask a child what they want to be when they grow up, And they tell you, I want to be a firefighter, I want to be a teacher, I want to be, what is Jackson be? He wants to drive a dump truck right now. But right, the only thing that happens that starts to change those dreams, here I'm running it across 10 minutes left. The only thing that happens that starts to change us achieving our dreams is because somebody comes along and squashes it for us. The worst thing that can ever happen is that a parent or a teacher or a grandparent ever tells a child that they can't do something. Even if it is the craziest thing in the world. Even if Jax was like, I want to fly to the moon. And I was like, wow, that's right? I would never say that to him, right? I want to lift him up and empower him and make him believe that he can achieve whatever he wants to. But where that shift in mindset starts to happen is from a very young age, when we start to hear that. We start to hear from our peers and all that sort of stuff that we can't achieve these things, and that's crazy, and why are you doing that, right? So that's the importance of starting to focus on your mindset and starting to shift your mindset and devour yourself in personal development. I mean, you don't have to do up to 2 hours a day. Me personally, I try to incorporate it wherever I can in my day listening, but even 30 minutes listening, 15 minutes, whatever you can squeeze in, I guarantee you it's going to begin to change your mindset. So that's exactly kind of what I had tonight, is I just wanted to do a little blurb about mindset and shifting it, and just kind of start to shift your perspective a little bit to validate you as a person and the 1 in a million trillion lottery winner that you are, and that you are meant to be exactly where you are right now in this moment, which is crazy to me, that how we can all connect and how we are supposed to cross paths like this. Like it just amazes me. So does anybody have anything they want to add in or share, or any questions or anything like that? No? Awesome. Okay. Well, ladies, I want to thank you for hopping on, and special thanks to Danielle. If you guys aren't in Team Inspire page, I will be sure to share it over in case I've missed adding somebody, but she is my personally not my personal sponsored coach, I wish. She's my upline coach, and she's always available to all of you as well. If any of you ever want to reach out and have a call with her, or just send her a message or anything like that, she's always receptive and available to do that. So please don't hesitate, okay?
Absolutely, anytime. I love it. Actually, like, get really excited when Michelle messages me, or anybody else in Dream Dynasty messages me. I'm like, hi, how can I really, I need to be needed. I need to be needed.
We need you.
I need to be needed. I feel important when you ask me something. I'm like, oh, good, I can help them. And you guys, I learned so much from your team, Michelle. And like, that's what I said to Michelle. I'm like, oh, Michelle, what do you think of this? Is this a good idea? Because everything you touch is gold. She's like, it's not. I'm like, it is. But I didn't even go forward with this personal development until I got Michelle's opinion, because I value it so much. So you guys have been awesome leader. Thanks for having me on your call. I'll be here again.
Thank you. Thanks, Danielle. I love you. And I get to hug her in Nashville, which I'm super excited about. So, ladies, just quickly before we get off here, the event process that I did for today, for the team call, I'm going to do it for what's planned this month. So I'm going to make one for the next team call, which is in 2 weeks from tonight. And I'm going to make one for our coaching sneak peek, just so that you guys know exactly when it is, so that you can start to invite to those things, okay? So if you feel like you are having any sort of difficulties inviting, or you don't know where to begin or what to focus on right now, honestly, just reach out and message me, because I would totally have a call with you, or we can chat and kind of get the wheels spinning for you and building some momentum for you, okay? I love you, ladies. Have a great night.